All right, hello and welcome to 2022. My name is Shauna. I'm going to be guiding you through. This is our Fit Essentials Basics class, and we are going to be using our B3 bands if you have access to them on the upper body. So if you are here, ideally, if you've already put air in, let's take it out and put it in together so that we'll all be wearing air for about the first 20 minutes together. So I've got my bands here. I'm wearing some 200s. I know some of you have some 150s. So with that in mind, the first thing you're going to do is line it up. Snap it in by just pushing it in there, and you want to hear it to literally snap. And that one got a little bit off, so I'm going to push that nozzle if I need to pull it out. So it goes in, you could physically hear it, audibly hear a click, and then if I try to pull on it, it's not going to easily pull off either. From there, now I'm going to take myself up to the 200. If you have a 150 set, just go to the 150. So I go 200 on that side. If you've been using them for a while and want to go a little bit past the mark that they recommend, it's totally safe to do that as well. But most of you are in your first couple of weeks using these. So please just stick with the recommended to start with. Same thing on the other side. Click it in, pump it up. And then I push in the silver nozzle and pull it off. Diane, how are you doing? You got yours pumped in?
I got one side.
One side. First time. Yep. If you have a friend nearby, sometimes it's always easier if somebody else. But go ahead, and those of you that are on here live, just give me a thumbs up when you are ready. And you're fine to sit there. Yeah. Set.
Okay, ready.
Super. Diane's got the thumbs up here. Good to have you here in person. We're here in Phoenix, Arizona today. A little bit chillier weather, but really grateful for the sunshine. All right, got thumbs up from Shirley. Fantastic. And Amy's ready to go too. When you do get yourself in position, go ahead and come on up to standing. We're going to do a little bit of our typical warm up with our spinal cord breathing. So a little bit of mobility, and then we'll get moving into our first series. So you're going to set your feet about hip width apart. Draw your midline in to make sure you're not arching your low back. And then as you breathe in, you're going to circle your hands around, bring your palms of your hands together. Draw your forearms and elbows together. And now as you exhale, pull your belly in toward your chest and just think about kind of bowing to a little bit of a fetal position here, blowing the air out, and then deep breath in through the nose as you circle the arms, engage the glutes, lift your chest and eyes up towards the sky. Good. Just watch so you don't overarch that low back, and then exhale, draw it back down and in, chin to the chest, trying to gently breathe out through the mouth and in through the nose. Let's go 2 more cycles here. Nice deep cleansing breath in. And please feel free to move at your own rhythm. Looking up towards the sky. Bowing down and forward as you breathe out. Chin to the chest. Really blow the air out of the lungs. One more time. Breath in. Circle the arms. Squeeze the shoulders back and down. Beautiful. And then last exhale. Try to get a little bit more air out of the lungs. When you finish that exhale, drop the arms to the thighs and stand up nice and tall. All right, good job. From here, just take into a little bit of a side step, arm swing, cross the arms in front of the body, and open up through the chest. All right, very good. Side step in here, arms cross in front, arms open up. Fantastic. From here, we're going to walk those feet and bring the arms up to the side. And now we're going to move into our march and punch. If you want to go a little bit faster with the legs, you can add a little skip to it. But with our basics class, we demo more of the marching style and really get that breathing going now. Exhale as you punch across the body. Good. Couple more. Wonderful. Set the feet about hip width apart. Go ahead and make a fist with your hands. You're going to be mirroring me. So you're going to bring your hand down to your left hip. I'm on the right. And then we're going to do a crossbody chop coming over your opposite shoulder. Send those hips back. Hand to the thigh, up and across. Good. Breathe in as you bow forward. Exhale as you throw the water over the shoulder. Good. Long spine. I'll show you from the side. Exhale, driving across. Couple more. Down. Send those hips back and across. Beautiful. Last time. Nice. In between sides. Up and over the head. You can do a jumping jack if you want, but I want you to take your index fingers, touch them together as you reach overhead, and then touch them together as you reach in front of your body. Good. Nice. That's so down in front. Bring the hands in front of the body, touch your little index fingers, and then up to overhead. Good. Couple more. Down in front and up to overhead. And because we always say, if you feel off in your rhythm, just laugh at yourself. All righty, crossbody chop the other side. Reestablish those feet. Draw the midline in. Make the fist. Now it's going to be your right hip over your left shoulder. Good. Hips push back, down, and across. So we're down. You can pivot the feet a bit and across. Good. Over and up. Nice. Down and up. Good job. Keep that movement here. Couple more. Breathe in. Good job, Shirley. One more. Breathe in. Reach down. Exhale. Drive across. Nice. Shake out those arms. Bring those arms out to the side. Shoulders down out of the ears. And either our step overs or our side steps. So we can move those hands as well. So you can imagine you have like a little, I'm off on my hands. There we go. Open and close. Nice. Open and close. All right, almost there. On our last exercise here of this series, we're going to be doing a toe touch to an overhead reach. So kind of warming up a little bit more bending movements. I want you to take a wide base stance here. So it'll be like a sumo toe touch. Send your hips back, reaching down for the floor. Touch the waist and then reach those hands up to overhead. Beautiful. Reaching down, send the butt back. Touch the hips. Engage those glutes. Look up towards the ceiling. Nice. Reaching forward, bowing down, and you can move faster or slower, just depending upon what's best for your body. Long spine as you reach down. Engage those glutes as you reach up. Nice. One or two more. Good job, Diane. Last one. And pause. All right, check out those arms. If you want to grab a quick drink, you can. We'll be back to that march and punch here in about 20 seconds. I know it got chilly. All right, I'm gonna be demoing without weight on this set, but anyone that has like little light weights that's more experienced with these bands, if you want to hold some light weights when you do these movements, you totally can. Start with that march and punch, arms up to the side, and here we go. Getting some cross crawl work in here. Opposite hand reaches across that midline of the body. Nice. Those eyes up. Trying to lift the foot and toes as you lift your knee. Good. If you are holding those light weights, you can go ahead and hold on to both. Grab them right between the hands. We're going to do that crossbody chop. Coming down to your left hip and throwing the water over your right shoulder. Good job. Send the butt back as you bow down from the one hip over the opposite shoulder. Very nice. Down and up. So allow your right foot for us, and me and Diane, left foot for those of you on screen to pivot a little bit, sending the butt back, and you can just slightly pivot on that left foot. It's a really good opener for your hip. One or two more. Down, hips back, and up. Good job. In between sides, our step jacks or our overhead reaches. So index fingers come together in front of the body and up to overhead. Very nice. If you still hold those light weights, you're welcome to hold on to them as long as you're comfortable with them. Nice. Little elbow bend here. 10 more seconds. Breathe through it. Good. Nice. All right. And then we're going to go cross body chop on the other side. So either fist, interlace the hands, or hold your weights. We're going to come down to your right hip and then throw the water over your left shoulder. Very nice. So I'd pivot through my right foot for those of you on screen, left foot for Diane and I. Hips back, reach down, over the opposite shoulder. Beautiful. Great job. Breathe in as you bow down. Exhale as you throw that water over the shoulder. Couple more. Wonderful. Down, across. Last one. And shake it out. Good job. Feel free to keep holding on to those weights, opening it up, and closing it down. Open and close. If you're comfortable on your feet, you can imagine that little hurdle coming up and over with the feet. Shoulders back and down. And 2, 1, and rest. Good job. Just our toe touch to finish this series. Bring your feet a little bit closer this time. So draw your belly in, walk those feet into those toes, point forward. And now we're going to slide the hands down, reaching down for the feet. Engage those glutes, touching the hips, and raising those hands up to overhead. So if you want to use a light weight here, you could, or just reaching with your hands, reaching for the ground. Engage those glutes and reach up to overhead. I'll show you what it would look like with some weight here. Weight up to the shoulders, up to overhead. Let's go about another 10 to 15 seconds here. Bowing down, grabbing a little bit of weight, reaching up. Nice, good Shirley, good Amy, long spine. Send those hips back. Last one, engage those glutes as you reach up. All right. If you were holding any weights, shake it out, set it down. Back to that water glass real quick. And then we're going to do one stretch here on both sides of the body, and then we're going to get into our next series. We're going to look to use some light weights in this next series. We're going to be working a dumbbell row. If you don't have any weights, if you want to use bands, you could also use a band, but I'm going to prefer some lighter dumbbells. All right, but first I said we would stretch. We're going to open up our hip flexors. Mirror me if you're on the screen. Set your left foot forward. Step your right foot back. Rock that heel down so that right heel is down on the ground. Go ahead and raise your arms up to overhead, or you can cross them over your shoulders, depending on your preference. Send those hips forward, lifting the chest. Very good. And now you're going to rotate your body towards your front foot. Squeeze the glute of that trail leg. And breathe as you look over the shoulder of your front leg. Go ahead and unwind the body. Rest those arms down for a second. We're going to do it one more time. Raise the arms up either to your shoulders or all the way to overhead. Send that back hip forward. Squeeze the glute. Keep that heel planted of that lead leg. And now rotate. Very nice, Diane. Lifting the chest, looking up and over that shoulder of the front leg. One more breath here. Unwind and release the arms. Good job. Walk that back foot forward in between sides. Little hip circle here. 3 to 5 times each way. Switch directions when you're ready. Loosen up that low back, loosen up the hips. We're getting ready for some dumbbell rows or banded rows and some squat work next. So now we'll do hip opener on the other side. Anchor down your right foot. Step your left foot back, either over the shoulders or raise those arms up to overhead. Good. With that chest tall, you're going to send that back hip forward. Squeeze the glute of your left hip. And now turn your body, turning it towards your right side. Trying to find the glute muscle of that left hip. Try to squeeze it. Invite the front of the hip to open. Unwind. Lower those arms down. We'll do it one more time. Send the hips back. Push that back hip forward as you raise your arms up either on the shoulders or up to overhead. And now with that hip engaged, turn your torso. Looking over that front shoulder. Turn the head and neck. Breathe as you squeeze. Unwind and release. Great work. All right. We're going to start here in about 20 seconds. You're going to use a light weight. We're going to be working for a full minute on this first interval. It's going to be a dumbbell row on that non-dominant arm. So you can hold on with a stagger stance, or you can support the hand on the table and row just like so. This is how we most commonly have done it. I'm going to demo from that stagger stance, and then Diane, if you want to use the table, that'd be great. All right, starting in 3, 2, 1, and here we go. We're going to be working for a full minute here, but if you need to have a break before you get there, just build your body into it. We're going up and down with this dumbbell row. Reaching forward, drawing that elbow up nice and high. Good. First 20 seconds done. Nice. Nice fluid motion. Looks great, Diane. Once you know the movement, try to look down at your lead leg if you're in a stagger stance or your support hand. Just hold your head nice and neutral. Good. We're over halfway. That's 40 seconds. Whew, I'm feeling a bit of a burn here. Breathe through it.
I feel something.
You feel something happening, Diane? Feeling a burn? We were talking this morning. She's like, I don't know if I've ever felt a burn. All right, couple more. And 2, 1, and rest. Set your weight down in between sides. We're going to be doing some squatting. You can squat to a chair and stand up, or you can squat without the chair. So if you want to squat to a chair, when you're ready, you sit back and stand up. Here we go. Reach those arms out. Send the weight back into your heels, standing tall. So either a little squat to the chair and stand. Very good. Or working that full range. I don't want you to be going so fast that you feel like you don't have good and strong mechanics. But those of you that feel confident in your squats, you can start to work that tempo just a little bit. You can start to focus on pulling yourself down as you push your knees out, push your feet into the floor. That's 40 seconds now. Remember, we're going for a full minute here. Very nice. Drawing that belly in, and your feet planted. Beautiful squats, Diane. Woo, 10 seconds. When we finish these squats, we're going back to our dumbbell row on the opposite arm. 2, 1, and transition. Shake it out. Feel free to grab a quick drink. We'll start in 10 seconds. So either one hand supports on a surface or standing in a stagger stance. 2, 1, and here we go. Chin in, looking down at that front foot or that support hand. Elbow draws nice and high. It's our first of 3 sets. Each interval is going to get a little bit shorter here today. Round 1, we're working for a full minute on each side. Good. A lot of postural work here when we're working these dumbbell rows. So we're activating that mid back. Certainly more than that as well. Your triceps are working. Your biceps are certainly working here as you pull that arm up and in. We're over halfway, everyone. Keep breathing. Draw that chin in. Activate the front of the neck. Hold that spine nice and neutral. And keep engaged that belly as well. So pulling the belly in towards your spine. Woo! Breathe out as you pull that arm up and in. And 2, 1, and rest. Woo! Shake it out. So those of you that are strong in your planks and you want to go to the floor, you can come down to your forearms. Those of you working more of an elevated position, hands on a chair, tabletop, back of the couch. And here we go. Looking to hold for a minute. Good. So either on the hands, or if you feel secure, if you want to give your wrist a break, you can hold like a forearm plank. That's kind of hard to see here, but I could be on my forearms on the tabletop or on the bench. But sometimes it feels best to be just up on those hands, lifting up to that mid back. Halfway through. Want to make it a little bit more of a challenge, you can start to lift the knees up. Second half, you can work a little bit of a mountain climber. But I want you to focus, if you are choosing to practice this mountain climber, not to let your hips wobble around a lot and really lift up through those arms. So keep those elbows straight. Keep that belly drawn in. We have 15 seconds left. You're choosing that mountain climber option. Breathe out as you draw that knee up. 2, 1, and everybody rest. All right, let's grab a drink. We're going to take 20 seconds, lead back to that dumbbell row. Now we go into round 2. We're going to work for 45 seconds. All right, starting on that non-dominant arm. 3, 2, 1. Back to our dumbbell row. Non-dominant arm. Switch your legs. There you go. Yep. So if you hold it in the right hand, yep. Elbow pulls up. There, you got it. Good job. Nice position, Shirley. Looks great, Amy. Just watch that shoulder doesn't start to sneak in up into the ears. We want to think long neck here. Keep that shoulder down out of the ear. Also, the head will start to drop forward towards the floor. So keep the chest broad as you draw the chin in. Don't let that head and neck get lazy. If you build some strength in the front of the neck, that's going to help our posture of our upper spine. Good, we're almost there. 3, 2, 1, and rest. If you want to continue to hold weights for your squats, you can, but I'm going to just go unweighted today. Not just, I'm going to go unweighted in my squats today. Set the feet, and when you're ready, reach your arms up as you lower your hips back. Good. Totally appropriate to just sit down in a chair and stand up as well. Nice work. Arms reach out. A nice fluid movement. Beautiful. Good, Diane. Nice tempo, Shirley. There's our 30 seconds. We're looking for about a 45-second interval this time. Mechanics are always our first level of importance. 3, 2, 1, and transition. Coming back to that dumbbell row on the second arm. This will be our last exercise before we take the air out. The long base stance. 2, 1, here we go. Breathe as you draw that elbow nice and high. Nice. Good, lock out of that support arm, Shirley. There you go, Amy, pull that chin in so the neck's not extended, looking down. That looks better, yep. Keep that breathing going. Here's 30 seconds in, 15 seconds left. Really focus to squeeze that shoulder blade in towards your spine at the top. Wonderful. 1 or 2 more. 2, 1, and rest. Good job. We're going to go ahead and take the air out, and then we're going to go to the plank. So you're going to keep the bands on and just push that little nozzle in, and you should audibly hear the air release. So I just push the thumb right on the tip. Let that air come out. Alrighty. And then we'll go ahead and continue. We're going to come back to that forearm plank, either down on the floor or an elevated plank on the hands. Go ahead and set the hands, walk the feet back, and 2, 1, here we go. Upwards of 45 seconds here. Keep those arms nice and straight. Once again, if you want to do the option of the mountain climber, you can gently pull those knees up as you breathe out. But the number one thing here is low back position. So sometimes we'll see those hips drop in. It's going to put a strain on that lower spine. So keep those hips elevated up. Looking straight down between the hands. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good job. So that is set 2. Now we have a 30-second interval. And if you have some heavier weights available for your dumbbell rows, since we've let the air out of the bands, you can go to your heaviest weight that you feel comfortable with for our 30-second interval. Let's grab a drink, and we'll start here in 15 seconds. There you go. All right, non-dominant arm. This will be our 30-second interval. Back to that dumbbell row. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Elbow nice and high. And now if I have the option for the heavier weights, I'm going with a little bit heavier weight. When you're using those blood flow resistance bands, you want to be using weights that you can comfortably do 20 to 30 reps. And you go without the bands, or without the air in the bands. If you have the option of a little bit heavier weights, then we can pick up a little bit heavier and challenge the body that way. 2, 1, and rest. Coming back to our squats, with or without weight. I'm gonna hold a little bit of weight this time. This will be our last little bit of squatting for today. Set the feet, eyes up and forward. And when you're ready, push your knees wide, draw the belly in. Good. And either a faster pace or a slower pace. You kind of see where your body feels today. If you're not holding weights though, Shirley, there you go. Still reach those arms out. Perfect. 10 seconds. Good. Focus on that full range, trying to get your hips as low as you can. Push your feet into the ground as you stand and rest. All right, dumbbell row. Final time now on your opposite arm. All right, coming down in position. 2, 1, here we go. 30 seconds here. That shoulder down out of the ear. And how high can you pull that elbow? Good. Draw the chin in towards your chest. Imagine how long you want your neck to be. Including the back of the head. So if I pull that chin in, it's going to open up that upper neck a little bit. Good. A couple more. And there's our 30 seconds there. Beautiful. Just that plank to finish. Let's make it a mountain climber on this last set. Spread those hands nice and wide as you come down, either on the ground or the elevated surface. And here we go. Drawing the knee up towards the chest. All the while, pull that belly in. Breathe out as you pull that knee up. Good. And don't let those arms sink down. Keep yourself elevated in that upper body. 10 more seconds. We gave you a little bit longer than 30 on this last round. 2, 1, and everybody done. All righty, that finishes that circuit. Take it out. We're gonna do a little stretch. If you want to take these bands all the way off your arms, now's a great time to do that. Go ahead and just take the Velcro off. And then you ideally want to put them somewhere flat and just make sure all the air is out.